Good morning, people. This is Chef Olive Kitchen on Fire. I am in my studio and I was going to show you a little bit how it works. That is why I shot all my videos. I shoot all my videos, my classes. I do virtual classes. Now, this is how I cook with those two little guys right here. They're pretty powerful, but that's all. And my small oven, because I want to show you that you can cook with tools. It's not tools that's going to make you a chef. It's the knowledge that we're going to give you. I have a whole kitchen in the back. I have another kitchen in Berkeley, but this is just to show you. This is my studio, so you understand what am I doing here. Cool? We're going to cook something very cool today. We're going to work with butternut squash, and we're going to make some really good collard. Collard is one of my favorite greens, so you know. It's, in my opinion, one of the best green, the most nutritive green that exists when it's cooked. I like that and kale. Those are my top. And I can talk about other greens after. For the butternut squash, I got this guy, right? We're going to show you how to cut it. And I want you to start first by putting your oven on at 400 degrees. So let's get that oven going. Great. I got beautiful butternut squash. Okay. It's very orange in there. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm going to show you how to cut it and make it really cool. I got some collard. I'm going to show you what my pretty collards are. Let me get my stuff here. See that? Beautiful stuff. So collard is very, tough. So we're going to, and actually collard is interesting. It's one of the green you find the most in Africa, by the way. So in Africa, they eat a lot of collard. They eat carrots, fennel, and all the stuff. But collard is one of the main dish over there. And there's a thing I do an Ethiopian class, and one of my food is collard and cheese cooked together. Whoa, really good. Like a lot of cheese, not just, no. So today we're going to work with that. I always buy parsley. You guys need to understand that parsley is one of the top food and superfood that exists. You need to buy that all the time. Just don't worry about it, okay? My mushroom, I got two types of mushroom. I want to show you because now we can do oyster, right? And my cremini. Those are the two types of mushrooms that requires two different techniques of cutting. I got those so you'll learn how to cut those. Okay? Garlic, I eat a lot of garlic, always a lot. So I'm going to put way more than it calls for because I love garlic. My onion is here somewhere. And that's it. And then I'm going to go and start cutting stuff. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with the butternut squash. So this is a hard one. It's really tough. We're going to put a knife in there, and it's dangerous. I'm going to show you how to do it. And I'm going to show you how to teach kids how to do it. Now, every time you have something hard like this, you'll never do that. This is a terrible mistake. You don't push on something that's hard and rolling. No. You have to step away, and I'm going to put my knife on there, just like that. I'm going to show you how to work. Just like that. Okay. You see that? That's all I need. Now, I'm going to hold the knife. I'm going to roll. And the knife goes in just by itself. Just by itself. Whoa, pretty cool. It's very green, guys. I'm sorry, this is actually orange. Why is it green like this? Okay? Beautiful, look at that. That tells you this is immune and anti-inflammatory. Anything orange, dark like this that's going to be cooked, immune system, anti-inflammatory. Okay? Now we're going to cook more. We can cut more just going like this. Same idea, right? Easy, huh? So let's say I want to do that and I'm done here. Whoop. I almost lost it. Woo! I'm back here. Let's say I do half of it. You guys can do all. To cut around, this is going to be very easy. All I need to do is literally, right? Okay? When you get to that point, let me know. Then we're going to do sticks. You see my hand? Look at my left hand.
Now I'm going to check for my 1 inch. So this guy in 2, right? Beautiful. And now beautiful. Cool. Don't go too fast. Fast is when you cut yourself. So I don't know how much you want to do. I'm going to do half of it. You guys can do the whole thing. You can do it later, whenever you want, right? Oops. Go slow. Slow, you don't cut yourself. That's kind of the idea here. All right? Okay? We keep going. They don't have to be exactly square, exactly, right? It's about the size, so don't worry too much if it's not exactly square. But I want you to go slow because it gets slippery, and if you go too fast, you're going to cut yourself. Put that into a bowl, and we're going to put some olive oil right away. Put a nice amount of olive oil, like a nice tablespoon. Oh, mine is done here. And another one. Be generous, guys, because you have to see them wet. This is super important. So when you look at them, they need to be really wet. Okay, otherwise they are not going to cook well. They need to be super shiny, lots of oil. This is super important, right? You see how much oil I have? I have plenty. This is very, very important. Otherwise, it'll just dry and burn. So if you do the whole squash, you're going to need 2 trays lined with parchment paper. I'm going to do half of one. I want to make sure I got enough done for the hour, and then I can always go back. So, only thing there is in there is just the squash. Do not put salt until we are going into the oven. The salt goes at the last minute. So you can put your spices in there, and I'm going to put some fresh thyme, if you have, and my spices. And then I'm going to put some maple syrup. I'm going to put a little bit. I don't like too sweet myself. This is me. I'm not eating too much sweet. You guys can put a little more. I'm going to put about a teaspoon, maybe 2. Because I don't eat sweet stuff too much. Okay? And then the thyme, all I need to do for that is go like this. Ready? Boom. I'm going to put a lot. You can use dry thyme. You can use also the herbs I sent you. You can use some of that. Absolutely fine.
You have to go ahead and season it up with all the seasons?
You can do, I'm sorry, what was that?
So we can just go ahead and just season with all the seasons now? Or just
no salt, no salt.
Okay.
Victor, this is what's happening. If I put the salt onto a roasting vegetables, they get wet, right? And then I'm trying to get browning. That's not going to work. It's not going to brown. It's going to basically steam in there, right? I need browning a little bit. So I'm going to put my salt really at the last minute. So I'm going to keep everything in the bowl. When I think I'm done, salt, mix, put that on the tray, go right in the oven, right away.
Okay.
So you can put black pepper, you can put your spices, you can put your thyme. You can use the herb spice I sent you as well. The herbs and the spice, whatever. And for the thyme, I'm going to give it a little chop, very light chop, just like that. Boom, just like that. Done. That's it. And I'm going to dump that into this guy. Okay? I'm going to also put my cinnamon mixture that I have. You can put the thyme later, but it's so good when you put it in advance. And that has to be mixed really, really, really well. You want to mix it really, really well. Okay? Make sure there's enough oil, people, okay? Otherwise, it's not going to taste good. When I'm ready to go, salt, tray, oven. And when I'm ready to go, salt, tray, oven. Yep. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to put a nice teaspoon of salt. Mix. Put it in there and oven directly. Boom. Now you spread them up a little, right? Spread them out. One layer, okay? One layer. That's why if you do the whole squash, you might need 2 trays. If you don't layer them, that's okay, but you're not going to get browning. No problem. Right? Fine. And I'm going to go straight in the oven because the salt is in. Bye-bye. All right. Nice. So, collard. All right. To peel those, we're going to do something easy. Like, ready? Okay. Now, I bought organic collard, so I'm going to keep those. I'm going to chop those. You don't have to. This is like eating carrots. There's not a lot of nutrients, but it's food. There's a little bit of calcium fibers, not a lot, right? It's not like essential. You can keep some. But right now, what's very important is the leaves. Those are really crazy. Also, I have a bunch of beta carotene. You can see the dark green in there. So those are very, very good for you. Collard is phenomenal. Kale is the same. Kale, you'll cut them the same way.
I keep those stalks, chop them up, and fry them with eggs in the morning.
Ah, very good. Yes, that's a great idea, my friend. Yep. The thing is, there's not a lot of nutrients. It's not like, so it's fun. But I like to, if I, my vegetables, I like to go for the kill. I don't want to eat everything like they do here. They have this habit here where to eat everything. It's not always good. So, for example, when in France, we don't eat everything. We eat, I know it's, like we don't eat beet greens.
Everything though.
We don't eat beet greens. We don't eat carrot greens. We don't eat all this. Here they eat that. It's not great. It's not great. But whatever, right? You have to understand the vegetables are tricky. All right, done. I made a lot. I made 2 bunches because I love collard. It's such a fantastic. I like to eat with cream sometime, All right, so now this thing is here. Now, in order to, and I'm not going to do the stem today. You guys can. I'm going to show you how to cut the stem if you want to. I'm not going to do it. So this is what's happening. This guy, I'm going to put them in my hand like this. I'm going to, don't worry about bruising them. And slowly, I'm going to go and start slicing. Slow. Take your time. Don't go too crazy because you are going to cut your hands. Take your time. You see, there's a big batch of herb. You really don't want to cut your hand. You don't want to start going crazy on that, please. Okay? Just go slow. And now, I can go like this. Just put that left hand on the top and give me some chop here. Don't go too fast either. This is not a good idea. Going fast does not work. That's all. That's all. See? It's kind of bite-sized at the end when it's going to cook. You see that? Awesome, right? Whoa, I have a lot of it. To cut these, guys, if you want to cut those, this is what we're going to do. Get that like this. Remove that dirty part, right? That part that was running the basket, get rid of this. So if you want to do this, just rid of this and cut that really small. Really small. I'm going to go into my onion now. I'm going to show you a very easy way to cut the onion. Okay? Easy and cool. Get that, okay, root, stem, wobbly. If it's wobbly, it's dangerous. So here we say, how do we secure it? Go in there. Look at my left hand. Make a bridge. See that? Okay. Go in there. Left hand makes a bridge. Okay. And now I can cut safe. Yeah. Now I can remove the top and the bottom, the root and the stem. Get rid of that. Peel. And now we're going to slice. onion and garlic has to be part of your diet all the time. That and herbs and all kind of goodies, right? There you go. Nice. All right, garlic. As I said before, I use a lot of garlic. Lots of garlic. So I'm going to use all this, okay? You guys can do whatever you want. But I'm using a lot of garlic. One more. Boom. All you need to do is remove that root. Clean whatever is not pretty. That's all, okay? So, all right, I need to stop. I need to check my... They're not done, but I need to check them just to make sure that, you know, they're not exploding in there. Mine are done in about 10 minutes. This is what they look like. They're not quite done. They are soft. So they're cold. They are cooked entirely. Now I want them a little bit brown. So they're cooked, done. Except I want them a little bit brown. So now they are tender, beautiful. So I could use them just like that. Or I could cook them for another 5 minutes to get some more browning. All right, people? Don't burn them though. So I'm going to give it another 5 minutes, okay? To cut this, all you have to do is this. Just run your knife, just like that. And we're going to mince. To mince, my left hand is going to go on the top, not grabbing the blade. On the top. And just go like this. That's all you need to do. Go gently. There's no need to go fast. People go too fast, and it doesn't really go fast. Because a lot of time you have to redo something. So you're wasting time. Don't go too fast. Just, you know, and it's also a cool Zen time, right? It's your Zen time. You know, you have your tequila in there, your coffee. Okay, my garlic is done. So now I'm going to go and put that in a little bowl because that's going to be separate. So I'm going to put that with the onion directly. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? I'll show you how to cook those onion and garlic at the same time. Okay, put that all together, okay? All right, let's get the mushrooms, and then we're going to cook. Mushrooms. Two types. This is oyster mushroom, and the oyster mushrooms, the way you cut them is this. You shred them. Okay? You just shred them. Very cool. Done. See? Wow. Fantastic. And then we can give a chop if we want to, a little chop, right? That's fine. Mushrooms are really good for cancer, okay? And your immune system. Very, very important. And this guy, the cremini, I'm going to do this front cut. Cool. They're done. They're nice and roasted. And look at that. Tender and beautiful. Little crisp. Oh my God, that's so pretty. All right, guys. I'm going to work with that pan. You know, enough so I can put all these. Those are going to melt and mushroom are going to melt. So this is going to be fine. So a heavy page is good, right? And we're going to go on medium heat. And you don't put anything in there yet. So you go on medium heat. I'm going to show you what it looks like, right? And don't do anything in there. Don't put any oil, nothing. Medium. Okay, medium. Don't put anything in there. Just wait. We're going to wait 1 minute for the pan to get a little bit hot. Then we're going to put olive oil and the onion and garlic. And then we're going to reduce the heat. We're not going to burn anything. We're going to make it really, really good. So in about a minute, I'm going to put some oil, good oil that I have. A big tablespoon, probably, maybe 2. Allez, what the hell. And then my onion goes right when the oil goes in, people. So I use really good oil. I do not want to burn it. I'm going to do everything together. So you're going to look at what I do, okay? Here we go. 2 tablespoons. Onions right away. Okay? Right away. Don't even wait. Now we're going to move those. And you're going to right away reduce to medium low. Right away, reduce to medium low. Right away. Right away. Because of the garlic. Get to medium low. And let that just do its thing for a minute. We're going to cook that on medium low with a light sizzling. Light sizzling. Very gentle. Shh. That's great. That's great. Move that often. Move that often. It's the opposite of protein. Protein, you don't move it. This, you move it. Only because of the garlic. See that? It's going to smell really good, guys. I'm just warning you. We're going to cook that for about 2-3 more minutes. Very gentle. Nothing's burning. You see, my garlic is not burning. Why? Because I went on low and I have all these onions that are steaming on them. You see? They're steaming. So all I get is really good flavors. No burning. And in about a minute or two, I'm going to add my collard green. Okay? And if you want to do cheese, you guys, you can get some cheese. I'm going to show you how to deal with cheese. It's pretty cool. All right, at this point here, you guys see my garlic is still not burned. Pretty crazy, huh? And I'm going to put my greens. Now, right away, I need 1 teaspoon of salt. See? 1 teaspoon of salt. Big teaspoon. Again, Stacy, I'm going to let it sit for 1 minute like this. Just like that. I'm going to press with my hand. You guys, be careful. Steam comes out, it can be hot. If you're worried, press with a wooden spatula. Just press like this. Don't try to mix it yet. Just press it down. For about a minute. And then we're going to mix it. Okay? You see, Corey, look at my onion in the bottom, right? It's starting to brown now. So put that in, and then you're going to start mixing after 1 minute. After 1 minute, you start mixing them. And I'm going to put the mushroom right now. So 1 minute greens. After 1 minute, you mix them up. Stay on medium heat. And those are going to be cooked really quickly. Okay? We're going to cook that another minute, and that's all. That is all. Now I'm going to put my herbs and my liquid. So 1 minute the green. Then after 1 minute, you mix them and you add your mushroom and you mix them. Don't forget that teaspoon of salt. And now temperature has dropped again, right? And now I'm going to put my liquid and my herbs. Pretty cool, huh? Guys, I put the mushroom in the pan because I think we won't have time to bake them. But you can also bake them separately. So look what's happening now. I'm done with the dish. All I need to do is add my vinegar and a little bit of I'm going to put about half of my vegetable stock. That's it. And if I need more, I can always add more, right? And I'm going to put my herbs that I gave you. When you put dried herbs, this is what you do. You put them in your hand. You break them first. Break them first. And now they're going to smell really, really good. All right. Now I can go in my pan. You see? Oh, yeah. Woo! Done. I need to braise those for maybe 5 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes. Go as low as you can. Go as low as you can. Once you get steam coming out, guys, I want to reduce that heat as low as I can. For only 5 minutes. And then I'm going to show you how it looks. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to cook it. Ah, awesome. That smells really good, huh? Guys, look at that. Whoa. And I'm just going to serve it like this. So I'm going to go You have two ways of serving it. You put your green first, and then your banana squash on the top, right? Or you do the opposite. I'm going to do that because it's cool. And we're going to work with parsley also. And Corey, if you have some fresh herb, same, huh? Fresh thyme, all these guys, it's fantastic, huh?
Yeah.
All the herbs, they make you healthier a lot. Not just a little bit, a lot. So, every day needs to go in there. That's it. I mean, it's like... Cool, huh? Whoa, pretty cool, huh? Let's say if I want to play with the paprika.
Good.
If you like cayenne also, cayenne is great, right? Little cayenne. I could do paprika, I can do this. A bit here, right? Ooh, nice. Very good. So you can put also melted butter on it, huh? I like butter a lot.